Hey YouTube, it's Trey. How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm still over here in the Philippines, and I basically been chilling out, hanging around, doing a couple things. Just normal life, right? Well, a lot of things have been happening. I know, obviously, for you guys that are subscribers, I haven't been on here lately. Been kind of seeing what's going on and checking things out, and trying to pay attention, seeing what's going on with some of these new things. There's a lot that's happened. If you didn't know, there was a American retiree and Filipina that was murdered not too far away from me. So that was kind of crazy in that aspect of things. And I was like, holy crap. And those things that do happen, it happens all over the world. Uh, but I was trying to see what was going on and basically not feed too much into certain things. But there's been a lot of other things that's going on. And if you're paying attention and if you're watching some of the YouTube videos out there, you know, the Philippines might have decided to hit the nuclear button on vloggers. I'm not really sure why, other than, we know about the Vitality guy that decided to be stupid over here, but he, well, let's just be honest, he's pretty much stupid anywhere he goes, and he does these things for views and get that shock reaction and things of that nature. I don't think any of his intentions are ever good or positive in any way, but they get views and people watch it because they can't believe what he's doing. And at the end of the day, it becomes a problem. And the Philippines called him out, and now he's in prison. And the truth is, you don't go do those things, and places have laws, and countries have rules, and states and anything else. But because of that, I think they sped up some of the processes, and which is different for me than it is for, say, here in the Philippines, so to speak. And what I mean by that is that, being from America, we have certain rights and freedoms that are not allowed in other countries and other places in the world. Like we have freedom of speech, and if you want to take pictures or video or vlog in public, you can, because anything that's in public, you just give up those rights to your privacy. Well, the funny part about that is that, that seems like, okay, it makes sense in the aspect of, because if you go out in public, you're out in the public. Anybody can see with their own eyes. But because that is one of those things that you can do, um, people take advantage of that and they're able to record things, and which is a good thing in a lot of aspects. And the reason I personally think that is because, you know, without accountability and video and audio recordings, a lot of times people can take advantage of that and make things up. And without those cameras or people taking videos, anybody can make a claim or say anything they want, and it can damage you and the rest of the society because of it. But the Philippines has decided that they're going to do some things that doesn't make sense, but I think their intentions are good. And the intentions aspect is, to stop a lot of the problems that come with these people that are like that Vitality guy. He definitely goes overboard, and a lot of other vloggers do, and a lot of other people do in general. They do it because they think it's funny, or they're looking for some sort of reaction, or whatever their reasonings are. They still do these things, and it goes against that golden rule thing: treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, you're not really treating people the way you personally want to be treated if you're out going out here and doing these shock videos, or doing any other stuff. But let's get back to the whole situation, because the situation is that they're putting in these rules and these laws that are targeting vloggers. And if you're doing this just for fun, or you're just doing it for enjoyment, whatever the reason, or you're doing it because you're trying to make some money on YouTube. Uh, you have your reasons for doing it, and you're doing it because you want to do it. But that's going to stop, and I think that that's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve their problem. We all understand that, privacy is important. We all want our own privacy, and there's times when I'm in my own home, I like to have my own privacy. If I want to walk around naked, or do whatever it is that I do in my own home, that's my private sanctuary, and I should be allowed to do that. But going out in public, obviously I can't walk around naked. I can't do things that I can do in the privacy of my own home. But the problems that I personally see, and you're going to see a lot of vloggers like, I'm leaving the Philippines, or I'm not coming, or whatever the case is, because they came over here thinking they're going to be YouTube stars and make videos and make some money and all this other stuff. Well, I think that's delusional, to say the least. You may become YouTube famous, but the money is not really, from what I can see, because I do this for fun, not to make money. You don't make a lot of money, but it is fun. It is a great hobby, but it's got to be allowed. And since you can't go out there and start vlogging now, because now if you do, you have to put up privacy notices, you have to do things like blur people's faces out, get consent, and all this other stuff. And there's a lot of rules into place. But I think it's going to hurt the Philippines. And the reason I say that is because tourism is down in the Philippines. Now, that could be because of many different reasons. People's money's not right, um, whatever the case is. But if people can't vlog and show you how beautiful this place is, or it gives the vloggers a bad taste in their mouth, so to speak, they're going to not talk highly about your country. They're not going to, be able to show you those things that are beautiful, and the nature of the people, because their laws and their consequences that they put out there are not for the Filipino people. They're against you, the vlogger, the Westerner that's coming over here. And they're extraordinary high fines and punishments that are unobtainable, and they could never get it from the Filipino people. They just don't have it. Uh, I was reading, and 5 million pesos. Understand this, that's like buying 2 cars, in some cases up to 5 cars in cash. Your average Filipino, our countrymen here, do you think they have that much money? No, because you come over here and your money as a Westerner is worth more, and you have more money because things are more affordable. These laws are not geared towards any way, shape, or form any of the locals or any people here. They also opened it up so if someone decided to sue you, they can sue you up to, I think, don't quote me, but I think I read that it was up to like 20 million pesos. All you are doing is incentivizing people to sue and make it so people don't want to come to your country. And that makes this place look bad, to be honest. It makes it look uninviting, and that's sad, because there's so much good here and there's so much bad that you throw these bad things in here like this, and they start stacking up. I mean, people are already thinking that these Filipinos are scammers, or are these people are all out to get you, and that's not really the truth. Not everybody's out to get you. Are there some out there? Yep, there are. It's okay. We don't have to lie about that. But with that being said, there are people out there that will do you bad and do you wrong. And we don't need that, and I know I don't need that personally. But come on, if you're going to go out here and go after the YouTubers that promote your country and do this with the privacy laws, and hide under the aspect of its privacy, you have to blur people's faces out that are in public, or, I mean, this is not about children or pornography, or well, I can't say that, but things of that nature. We're not talking about those things. We're just talking about everyday life. And what do the people in other countries want to see? They want to see those everyday life things. They want to see those people. And you can't do that if you have to blur them out, you have to do all those things. And it's not there to protect anyone. That is not what that law says. That law is basically just making it so vloggers can't tell the good, the bad, or the ugly about the place. And that's going to make people not come here. It's going to make people not want to be here because they're not going to know anything about this place. And like I said, you got to take the good with the bad. But the bad, when you can't, it all becomes bad because that's the only thing that they're going to report. And that's bad for everyone involved. And I hate to see that because I know that tourism here is a major, major thing. And they make a lot of money off of that because we bring our money in and we spend it here being a Westerner. But those guys that don't want nothing to do with it because they decided to make these laws where you can go to jail, you can be fined, you can be banned, you can, other people here in this country can sue you and steal your money basically because what happens when you incentivize people to, and give them an avenue to get money, just like the scammers, right? They automatically say, like, well, oh, he messed up or he let something through or he didn't get something right. Even if it's an honest mistake, I'm suing you and there's nothing you do it because you did it no matter what. You made a mistake, you're going to pay for it. So you have to be extremely careful. Well, the simplest thing is that, you know what? No vlogging, no showing these people. In fact, all it does now is now those vloggers are like, no, I'm not doing it. This is all bad. There's nothing good about it. And to me, that's sad because you are making it so now everyone is going to not benefit from that mutual relationship. And remember, my opinion, but that far outweighs what I think that the intentions were. And I do. I honestly think that the intentions were good in the aspect of they wanted to protect the people and the privacy because of the guys like Vitality that did these stupid things. But it's really not an okay situation. I think it's going to cause more harm than good. I think they're going to lose tourism dollars. I think they're going to have a lot of bad press. I think that they're going to suffer. And once you put this thing and it's all enacted and people start doing it, all it's going to do is just make the Philippines a turnoff for your Westerners or people that want to come over here. And, they say no bad press is or no press, or you know what, I can't even say it right, but you say negative things and they definitely won't come here. It's like reading a Google review, right? If you have 50 Google reviews that are all bad, that's what people remember. Do you think those other 1,000 good reviews that people seen or watched or are going to influence them? Nope. I mean, I'll be honest, what do? I go for the bad reviews. I want to know what the problems are first. Just like going on Lazada or Amazon or any of these other things. I'm looking at the reviews for what's the problems. And if there's too many or more than, and they don't say the right things, yeah, I'm not buying it. You're not getting my money. And that's what's going to happen here. That's my opinion, at least. And I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. In fact, I've been wrong a lot. But I've learned, and that's human nature. And I think the likelihood of that's how it plays out is more likely in this scenario than not. Now, now that we're back to this whole thing with things, let me just say I'm still here in the Philippines. I'm still enjoying life, and things are good. It's relaxing. There's lots to do, so to speak, when it comes to things that you can go visit and view, travel around, see Surigao and Palawan, El Nido, Coron, Bohol, Sigi Hor, Boracay. I mean, there's all these places, not to mention Cebu City and all Mobile Hole, the whale watching. There's so much to see and do here in the Philippines, and it's worth coming. It's affordable. The people are, for the most part, nice. Um, just because you have a handful of bad people doesn't make the whole place bad. But if you hadn't noticed, just like I talked about before, those handful of bad people leaves a bad taste in the majority's mouth, and it makes people not want to come, or they're always scared, or they're second guessing, and it's hard for people to make those decisions. Well, guys, I figured I would go ahead and put out this video. Um, yeah, I have lots of film footage from some of my excursions over in Surigao and places over in Cebu and these other places that I go to. But right now, I'm rethinking whether or not to put those out there. And reason being is because I don't want somebody to have ammunition to sue me or get me in trouble with the local authorities, because I'm just here to get along and enjoy life, not have problems and make life harder, you know. Either way, guys, it's been fun talking to you. I'll put it out here. And I have some serious thoughts to actually decide whether or not keep making these videos or not. And the reality of it is that um, it's sad that I have to actually think about that, because I did it for fun and it was something to do and entertainment. But it's not fun to have to worry about being sued or getting in trouble or going to jail or having to pay fines for an activity that you wanted to share with the world or do whatever. It's just really honestly not worth it. All right, guys, I'm getting off here this time. I will talk to you later, maybe. Uh, Either way, I'm still going to have my adventures here in the Philippines. I'm still going to do my thing. Um, I just may not be able to share it with the rest of the world like I thought I wanted to and stuff. But we'll see how this all plays out, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.